Tonight we're learning more about a vicious home invasion on the south side of Jacksonville. It's a story we first reported on Saturday night, and we need to warn you this evening that the images can be quite disturbing. The attack left a man bloodied but alive, his daughter tied up, and the suspect still on the loose tonight. Jonathan Parker had just returned from dropping his son off at school when he was attacked by two men. They were waiting inside his home. It happened at the Riverbrook neighborhood that's north of JTB. Julia Dreyer spoke with the victim today, and this sounds horribly upsetting. How's he handling all this?
Well, Jeannie, you know, he's understandably rattled. He says he and his wife haven't slept well since all of this happened. Now, Jonathan Parker, as you mentioned, returned home Thursday morning after dropping his son off at school when two masked men attacked him inside of his own home. All the while, Parker was concerned about his 19-year-old daughter, who he knew was home, but he was unsure if the intruders had found her. He later learned the assailants had tied the teen up before he got home. Now, a police report released today says she heard her father being choked and beaten, and by the time Parker and his daughter were able to get help, the masked men made off with two guns, $20,000, and a new Ducati motorcycle.
I lost a tooth. I have a broken nose. Several stitches, a lot of multiple head contusions.
Jonathan Parker has a long road to recovery, and he's grateful for it.
They had threatened to kill me several times and even argued amongst each other at the end on whether to shoot me or not.
Parker says he was tied up inside his own home in the Riverbrook at Glen Kernan neighborhood, tased and beaten by two masked intruders who demanded the code to his safe. His 19-year-old daughter was in a bedroom bound with duct tape and zip ties. According to the police report, she could hear her father being beaten.
At first she said they covered her mouth and her nose with duct tape and she couldn't breathe. And she said she tried to signal to them that she couldn't breathe, and I guess they removed it just enough to where she could breathe out of her nose.
Parker says he and his daughter helped free each other when one of the men rode off on Parker's new Ducati motorcycle and the other ran off through the backyard. In addition to the motorcycle, the attackers stole $20,000 in cash and two guns, a pistol and a rifle.
I believe one of the gentlemen hit me in the back of the head with my own pistol, and then he threatened to shoot me with my own gun.
They also robbed Parker of his sense of safety. He believes the two men have done this before and will likely strike again.
And the fact that they have two more weapons now that they stole from me obviously doesn't make me feel any more comfortable, and it shouldn't make the community feel any more comfortable either.
Parker says at one point the suspects' masks came up and he did get a look at their faces. They're both described as being white men between 35 and 40 years old. They're about 5'6" to 5'8" with Southern accents, and one of the men is described as having dark, sunken eyes. JSO tells me the investigation is active and ongoing, and they have no further comment at this time. Anyone with information should call police. Reporting live, Juliette Dreyer, First Coast News on your side.